I'm Josh, I resell, and that's my main source of income.
£1,600 a month, can't beat it.
I'm now doing maybe 1 to 2,000.
Right guys, welcome back to the Ep3 podcast. We are back again with another lovely podder, this time with Josh Halliwell over here, one of CCN's youngest and best resellers. We know him personally, and I think we're just going to go into his story about how he started reselling and stuff like that. So Josh, how did you start reselling, and how did you get involved, and how did you hear about it?
So I was 15 at the time, and I actually messaged Will, and it was in December 2020, and I just saw him flipping all these shoes, and I was like, look, try to get into what you do, trying to make a bit of money. Have you got any tips or anything? And I sent him over my email, and then obviously I linked me to the server, checked around the server, and here I am today, making loads of money, reselling. Yeah.
And so we'll just rewind a quick little bit before that. So did you know about reselling before you messaged Will, or so how did you even first hear about reselling and how you can make money from buying and selling and flipping things?
At first, I didn't know anything, nothing at all. It was just through Instagram stories, really. Instagram stories of seeing Will selling stuff, buying stuff, different things. I think it was one of the first things I saw was when you had like 20 pair of Yeezys on your drive or something. I don't know what, I think was it a Foot Locker you cooked out or something?
Yeah.
We've done a few. We've done so many Yeezy cookouts, to be honest. So it's probably hard to put a name on it.
Actually on about is from Foot Locker. What were they?
Were they Butters?
Yeah,
I
Butters.
think that was like 250 pairs.
250 pairs of Butters, all from the same store.
Is that where you got everyone in the Northwest?
No, that's a different one. That's a different one. Yeah, so that happened a couple of times, to be honest, because when we first started buying Foot Locker and things like that, we was being dead dumb, and we was like, yeah, we'll just reserve every single pair that we won for the jokes, even though we could only pick up a few of them. So, but I guess we kind of learned from that at that point and just started only reserving the ones that we could actually collect.
Yeah. Foot Locker wasn't happy with that one.
No, I don't think so.
They were cash though, the Butters, weren't they?
Yeah, they got different profits.
Yeah.
Women's were that's back when women's were better than men's as well.
Yeah.
So that used to always be the case with Yeezy, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Was that the same? Was you reselling when Yeezys were the same like that?
No,
so
I was towards the end of the Yeezy year.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeezys were definitely
Yeah.
I definitely make my most money on Yeezys.
And there was just a staple piece, like they said. They was coming out. They're a bit like Panda Dunks now, where they come out every now and again, and you just kind of get 40 to 80 quid profit. I think on Butters, we was getting 30 quid profit on a men's pair and 60 quid on a women's pair, and so we was just getting as many pairs as we could. And back then, because we was so big on the reselling game, we actually just had bulk buyers lined up. So before a drop come out, we'd already know what the buyer was paying. So if the buyer was paying X amount, we'd just go and buy as many as pairs because we knew he wasn't going to flake and stuff like that. But that's how that's one of the biggest cooks we've had has always been Yeezys and stuff like that.
I know that drop exactly. Our buyer actually gave us money as beforehand to buy them with.
Prepaid.
So he was just he prepaid. He gave us loads of cash, and he was just use this. Because he was buying them anyway, and it was just at that point, he was just this is mad. We've got all these pairs. We're not even using our own money, and he's paying for them.
Yeah,
I feel that's the key when you're buying though, isn't it? When
this wasn't even buying. This was in store.
No, this was in store. Yeah,
this was in store.
Nah, this was so on Butters. Was Butters a back door? Nah. Butters were just sat in store, weren't they?
Butters was sat in store, but obviously it should have been one per person or whatever. But we kind of had a bit of a friendly relationship with the manager, to where we was just we texted him the day before, and he was we knew he was coming down, and literally around the corner as well in Liverpool one, there's JD store as well. So he was doing the exact same there as well. They was a bit less cooperative, but we definitely worked our magic with that one.
Mm-hmm. So I think we'll go back to your story and how you started reselling. So what was the actual first thing that you ever resold?
First ever, I think it was the Jordan 1 mid-signal blues.
Oh yeah, they were lovely.
Yeah, they were beautiful. I think I bought them for $114.95. I sold them 2 days later for £60 profit. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
What was the feeling like when you first sold it? Was you
It was a adrenaline rush, constant. I sold them on Facebook.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, he come and picked them up for his son for Christmas.
What?
And
where were you selling them? Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace.
I've never actually
crazy.
listed sneakers on Facebook Marketplace.
No, I've never really have.
They do pretty well,
Do they?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Copped some Valerian blues today, and I've had a couple of people messaging me about them. Yeah.
So when we first started reselling and stuff like that, we was like big on like, there was actually like sneaker Facebook groups. That's where a lot of people were selling stuff and things like that. They'd be like NMD talk or like Yeezy talk, and everybody be like posting buys and sells in there and stuff like that. So that's how we kind of done stuff. Like I said, I've never really listed any shoes on Facebook Marketplace, but I guess people, if you've got shoes, it's a bit of a top tip, list them on Facebook Marketplace. Why not?
0 fees as well.
Yeah,
Innit?
no fees, that's what I was just gonna say.
That's my favorite thing about Facebook. You know, you can't go wrong with no fees, and it's literally like, that's just one of the greatest features about it. But obviously you have to do like cash on collection and stuff like that.
There's a downside though with Facebook, innit? Like the scams. I nearly got hit with this PS5 scam the other day with a fake
Go on, tell us about that.
So it was a PlayStation disc, and he messaged me like as soon as I put it up, say he's coming from Manchester. I was like, yeah, mate. I can knock a tenner off you and come and collect it. And he said it was Metro Bank he was banking with, and so he loaded up this app. And he let me put my details in to get seem more trustworthy. And he clicked send. You know, it's about 10 minutes. Like, nah, nothing's gone through, mate. It was like, oh, so if I keep hold of it then and just wait till the money goes through, I was like, nah, mate.
No way.
That's not getting.
Joking.
No way.
The only way this is coming out of my hands if that money's in the bank. But
it's the way you need to be, though, lad.
Yeah, he said, is there any places to eat around here? I was like, well, there's a Mackey's like at the top of the road. He was like, all right, mate, I'll go sit in Mackey's for a couple of minutes and see what happens, see if it lands in the bank. And he
Classic.
Never came back.
My mum was
Never
out
came
of
back.
there.
Yeah.
So out of there.
That's prank bank for you people. And if you don't know what prank bank is, you know, prank bank is like a fake banking app where you can like pretend to send people money. And it's a big scam that's always gone round. You get a lot of like, you know, you get a lot of people trying it on with people. I've actually never been tried with it. I know Will has.
I've never been tried either.
But yeah. Well, what was the guy like? Was he just a normal guy, or did he seem a bit dodgy?
Well, at the time, I thought it was like completely fine. But going back on like the cameras around my house, it was like, do you know, like the nervous look?
Yeah.
Did he?
Like he's debating himself, got to go
tapping his feet to the
Shit.
and it was only when I look back, I was like, it was so obvious.
Wow.
It was so obvious.
That's crazy.
I nearly got stung by it. I was so close.
Really? Was you close to actually like giving
I
it
was
away to him?
close, yeah,
Never.
yeah.
You can never do that. If the money's not in your bank or stuff like that, and it's not on eBay and stuff like that, never send it. We was on about like PayPal goods and services the other day. Do you ever sell anything via like PayPal goods and services?
Not really. It's always through like eBay and that.
Yeah.
They don't really do PayPal. Do they?
Yeah. So with goods and services, you can do it to a degree, but there's still the chance that it can get refunded by like PayPal. PayPal is super dodgy for people banging stuff and stuff like that. It's been an absolute classic. It's been around for years. People that buy stuff on PayPal bang it, and then basically they don't have to pay for it and stuff like that, and they just kind of get a refund in the end. If people send you FNF money for an item, it's definitely a scam. Always a scam. Yeah. Literally, like you can just like say this wasn't me, and they'll PayPal refund the money, and you're out of pocket. Yeah. Same thing with that. With goods and services, it's a little bit harder because you have to like provide like tracking numbers and stuff like that. But you can still get done. So that's something definitely to be mindful of. It is a bit more safer, but you still can get done. But yeah.
I think a big way of how people get done through goods and services, basically not sending to the right address.
Yeah.
Like that's an easy one to get done by.
Very easy.
An easy one.
Yeah, that one's been around for years as well. That one was around when we started selling. People would be like, they would like buy an item off you, and they'd be like, oh right, well, can you send it to this different address?
Yeah.
No.
Like my cousin in Ireland. Like it's always like that. And
literally.
Like,
claim it never turned up.
Yeah.
Literally. And Will Smith got done by that as well the other day, didn't he? He actually just sent the guy sent him FNF, and then he just like shipped it out, and then he just got banged. And Alex is there, like helping him, sat next to him. He's like, "Will, why have you done this?" But yeah, I've got a bit of a funny story about one time. I didn't actually get scammed, but I got like scalped basically. This is a crack of this.
Pulled it over reverse card.
Yeah, so some guy was like,
no card. The scalper gets scalped.
Oh man, it was so funny. Basically, some guy like he messaged me and he was like, yeah, I was like, this is when PlayStation 5 first came out, so they're going for like 850 quid, and he was like, yeah, I'll buy it off you for 850 quid, and he was like an hour and a half drive away from me, and I was like, you know what, I'll just drive down, and I was messaging him and stuff like that, and he was being proper legit and stuff, and then I decided like to drive down to just put my PS5 in the car and that, and I was even being proper bait lad, because it was like an hour and a half away. I was like, can you give me like 10-15 pound extra for like petrol? And then I drove all the way there, right, and then as I pulled up outside like wherever the address he was, he just like messaged me saying, ha, fucking cunt, scalper got scalped. And I was an hour and a half away, and then he just blocked me, and I was just stood there like, nice. Like it was such a stinker. I was like,
where was the drive to?
Oh, I can't even remember. It was like all the way. You know, it was on the other side of Manchester. It was far. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you bastard.
That'd
Like,
have ruined my mum.
honestly, I was
Oh.
so fuming.
Getting absolutely cracking
Yeah, he was
price.
like, he was like, no worries, mate. Yeah, come down. I'm gonna buy it. And he was even giving me like extra petrol money. I was like, yes, get in, 400 quid profit. And then I rolled up, and then he's like, ha, scalper got scalped. I was like, duh.
Did he actually give you his address or?
I don't even know if he gave me his address,
He was
but
probably
just
sat
gave me,
across the street.
Yeah, just
looking at
watching
you like
me.
this.
Oh, mate.
Oh, this little lad's having it here.
Oh, such a stinker, mate. I was gutted, but I suppose it's part of the game, and you can't win them all, people. It really is.
PS5s were ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Is that one of your one of your best items that you've ever sold?
Yeah, I think I earned quite a lot from PS5s.
How much do you reckon you earned?
Probably like maybe 3-4 grand, maybe. Just from
Profit.
PS5, yeah.
Insane.
Just from PS5s. I remember I was sat outside of Smith's at like 6 in the morning. I skipped college this day as well.
Classic.
It was
And today.
and today.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, so I was stood outside of Smith's at like 6 o'clock, and there was like no cars. And I was absolutely buzzing. It was a PlayStation pre-order.
Yeah.
And I went in, copped, and I walked back out. I'm not kidding. There was at least like 40 people.
Really?
Waiting, like rushing in. I was like, wow.
That's insane. So when was that? Was that around when it first initially released?
No, that was like November just gone. That
Really?
that was when there was
I
like
feel like maybe the
Wow.
hype was worse then because like everyone knew that they were
Yeah.
sold out. So
Yeah.
like
People was kind of waiting it out
Yeah.
at first. When he was like, I'd even get people on Facebook messaging me saying like, I'm not paying you scalper prices. I'm just gonna wait out, and they're gonna be back in stock soon.
and then they never
That
come.
went well. Yeah. Still out of stock to this day.
Yeah.
Have you been selling them recently?
I recently sold a disc for 525, but
Not too
that's
bad.
not bad for a
it's
disc.
not. Yeah, it's not too bad. What, the 450 retail?
Yeah, 450 retail.
Yeah, so it's nice. What little
Yeah.
75% profit.
That's what I mean. The ROI is a bit lower on them because obviously you have to put in a bigger initial investment and stuff like that. But they have gone a bit rocky, especially with like summertime and stuff like that. Digis are still good, but discs have slowed down a lot. They do sell and people are making profits, and that's why we're still providing them in CCM. So in CCM, basically the other day, what we did was we turned everybody's notifications off like automatically. So like everybody's like constant notifications have been turned off, and because we've had the monitors off for about a month now, so we basically switched everybody's notifications off, and then we've turned the monitors back on. So if you're in CCN and you didn't know this, we put an announcement out. But basically, if you want PS5 notifications, just go into the app or go onto the CCN Discord, turn your notifications back on for consoles, and you'll start getting notifications coming through for them. But we did turn them off for everyone because, we don't necessarily want like beginner people copying them because they are a bit ropey, especially discs. But there are some people who are making massive money out of them still and still shifting them easy. So we did want to turn them back on, and we did want to give people that versatility.
Yeah, the digitals are still doing about £100, aren't they?
Yeah, so I bought.
Digitals we've always kept on. It was
Yeah.
more the discs that we turned off.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you got the clientele and you know where to sell them,
Yeah.
But it was just like people didn't really know the difference and stuff, so it's just a
Yeah.
bit harder. Now there's a little disclaimer there now.
Yeah, little warning, stuff like that. I actually bought a Digi this morning because we had the very restock this morning. Picked one of them up. It was fun. It was the Horizon bundle. Picked one of them up. I just thought I'd get one because I'll still probably make like 175 quid on it, but it's better than just doing nothing. I may as well, especially like if you've got the capital available, you may as well take the risk. You've always got the return policies there, so it's totally risk free. But you may as well take the risks.
Especially if it's disposable income as well, though.
Yeah.
Like even if you're working a job and you've got spare cash on the side, you may as well just chuck £350.
Yeah.
You may as well just chuck the digital edition PS5. Make a £75 profit off it.
Yeah,
It's a no-brainer, to be honest.
Yeah, rather than just sitting there and doing nothing.
Yeah.
100%. So how long do you think you've been reselling for now then?
I'd say about maybe a year and a half, maybe getting on 2 years now. Because I started, I think it was 20th of December 2020. So
And how old was you then?
I was 15 then.
15, insane.
Yeah.
Mad.
And how did you find it when you was 15? Because I've started reselling when I was 15 as well, and I was obviously a bit more docile back then.
Yeah.
Like I still resold and I still found it easy to resell, but I'm interested to know like how you found it because a year and a half ago it's pretty recent for you. So like, how did you find it at first? Did you find it a struggle? Did you find it?
At first, obviously, I did find it a struggle because of the capital. I weren't working.
Yeah.
I was still in like year 11, year 10.
Yep.
So I found that side a bit difficult, but parents helped me out.
Yeah. Same for me
they-
as well.
Yeah, same for me as well.
They'd give me however much, and they just pay me back whenever.
Yeah.
And they said, you keep the profit and then build on that, and that's what I've done ever since. In terms of like actually copying stuff, all the boys like you boys have helped me loads.
Yeah.
Like just through the server and all the quick pings. You know what I mean? I was buzzing when I caught my first thing. when I caught those Jordans, I was
Yeah.
It was on a
When you
raffle.
got those first pair, was you like tempted to keep them?
Oh, I was so tempted. I looked at them; they were my size as well.
I always
Yeah.
enter for my size. I
So
still
do
do
I,
it to
so
this
do
day,
I.
and I'm just like, I always shouldn't do this because then I
Yeah.
have to resell them.
Those Travises are my size as well. I looked
Oh.
at them. I keep them. I
There's-
can't
there's-
force myself.
Yeah, there's mad profits on them, to be fair. And it's about, how much is it again? 300 quid profit-ish.
300,
Should
350.
Yeah, should bust them out.
Sure.
But yeah, it's an interesting one, that. So how did you get these? What raffle was he from?
It was a sneakers raffle.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying.
Sneakers, yeah. I wouldn't say it's not for everyone. Sneakers.
Yeah.
No, it's not. The win rate's pretty low, but for some reason my account is absolutely ridiculous and like clips everything. There was a raffle for those Valerian dunks this morning, weren't there? I managed to get them. What Tom picked out this morning. Yeah. What else
But
did I
yeah.
manage to get? I took an L on the military blacks.
Oh, so did I as well, and the cash.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. Them.
They had
Yeah.
them in store as
The
well.
big
in,
profits as well.
In size.
They only restocked like 1 or 2 pairs. That was
Yeah.
not last weekend.
Oh,
the weekend
yeah.
before.
They
I
just put it on
remember
the
you
story.
messaged me about that.
Yeah, they are.
And for
They're
people,
doing big profits as well. Them to be
big
fair.
profits.
Yeah.
They've got the infrareds this week as well.
Yeah.
They're going to be
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're on
like tier
size launches right now. If you've not entered,
I'm not entered that actually.
Definitely need to
yeah,
answer that,
enter
mate.
that one. That ends tomorrow at 8, I believe.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think it ends on the 24th, you know.
Oh, does it?
I think so.
I
think I did read
read
that.
Then. Oh, it's Flat Spot that ended this morning. Sorry.
It was
Top the L.
tier 1 JD stores are restocking the infrareds as well. I messaged you about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
didn't I?
Yeah.
It's like Arndale, Trafford, London,
Yeah.
all that jazz.
We'll definitely be down there, and I hope to see you there.
Yeah, you will. I think the size runs are from like 3 to 12. So
Yeah.
Should be some lovely profits, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking forward to them, and I think they're a really nice shoe, to be honest. I really like the Jordan 4 silhouette, to be honest. So it's like it's a fire silhouette, and I'm sure people are going to be mad on them. Same with the Jordan 4, with the military blacks as well.
Yeah.
You know, they're just an absolute staple piece. I wish we actually managed to copy pair of them.
I know the military blacks are actually really. I never used to like Jordan 4s because of like the chunkier sneaker, but like as of like in the last year or two,
Yeah.
chunky sneakers are very in. So
yeah.
I feel like I've just grew to like them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the military blacks are definitely
What do you think is the ugliest pair of Jordans?
the ugliest pair of
Or like
Jordans.
ugliest silhouette?
Mate,
Oh,
what was them
what
ones
did-
we was looking at the other day,
Well, yeah,
mate?
we
There
was
was like
looking at some-
Jordan Air Maxes. There was like
They
a
were
Jordan.
so
Jordan
bad.
Air Max.
There was like Jordan Air. I can't even remember what they were.
They were so bad.
They was dreadful, mate.
They look
They
like-
was like
yeah.
infrared. They was like the infrared
It was like an
colorway.
infrared
in like,
Jordan, yeah.
Yeah, they got us off guard. We was like, I swear they're infrareds. And then we looked at them and we was like, these look a bit weird.
Got style code up and it was
Yeah.
like definitely not
Yeah,
these.
definitely not. But I think one thing I do want to touch on really quick is what you said about like sneakers look and stuff like that. And me and Tom was actually discussing the other day about how to increase your chances on the sneakers app, because I will agree, my account is just, I swear it's just blacklisted. Like it must be like it just. I've never copped on sneakers ever. Never ever. I swear that I've never ever copped on sneakers. So I'm gonna make a new account. And one thing we heard that's the best thing to do is you gotta like spend on your account and stuff like that. You gotta show you that you're like a loyal customer. Same with Adidas Confirmed. I never win Adidas Confirmed.
I know Adidas Confirmed.
But I've never bought anything from Adidas.
Uh,
Have you bought stuff on Adidas from on your account?
Have you got points on your account?
yeah, I think
There
I
you
got
go.
like 3k points on that as well.
There you go.
Really?
So I think for people who have got points on their account, that is essential. Even if you could, you might even buy some stuff, enter the raffle, and then maybe return it. You know,
that's what we
that'd
were
be a
speaking
quick
about.
little trick.
On Nike, just spend like whatever on some clothes or whatever, just before you know, like if you know Travis Scott's releasing next week, put the order in like 3 days before,
Yeah.
buy and then return the week after.
Yeah.
Like
I think
if
it
you've got
is.
the capital to do it, it's probably worth it.
I think it is little insights like that as well. Like on
Yeah.
sneaker, I
Yeah.
think entering for the same size.
I was just
over
gonna
and
say
over
exact
again,
same size.
100%.
Like
I think that's a big factor about it.
Yeah.
if yours is a male account,
Yeah.
don't be entering for female sizes. If
Yeah.
you can, if you like really can't,
Yeah.
like,
If there's
don't
like
enter.
major profit.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
it's worth it. It's probably worth the odd try, but like try and stick to the same size as well.
Yeah.
So if you're 7,
Yeah.
always go for a 7.
I always go for a 7.5, like no matter what the shoe.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, I don't know, maybe like a pair of pink dunks or something. Which
Yeah,
are,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
big
When you know the
sizes.
size is a
Yeah,
little
you
bit
can't-
different.
No chance of starting a big size. But yeah, it's stuff like that. It's about like, I definitely think people, if you've never won sneakers, create a new account. I'm going to do it. People are even recommending making women's accounts, aren't they? Starting under a total new name. And it's like my girlfriend. So literally the last 3 JD raffles, she's entered all 3 of them and she's won 2 out of the 3. And it's Panda Dunks GS, so that's like
Yeah, yeah.
60 to 80 pound profit at least on
Yeah, at
each
least.
shoe. And it's just insane how they win it. It's how she wins them so easily. But I definitely reckon it's because she's like a total fresh person. She's also a girl,
Yeah.
and like things like that
It's
also massively
it's a
affect
real
it.
entry. She
Yes.
probably entered for her size now.
Yeah, she did.
So
enter
it's
for
a
her
real
size.
entry. Like it's
Yeah.
almost like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like obviously they're gonna
It's
know.
not like a
but,
reseller entry.
Yeah.
There's also one more thing. Like I think like with Flat Spot and whatever, like these websites, and you tick the newsletter thing.
Yeah.
If I was a retailer, I would only let people win if they tick the
Subscribe
newsletter.
to the
I would
newsletter.
personally do that. I know it's only optional, but I definitely only let people
Yeah.
that was on my newsletter win.
Don't they do what's called? I don't know where I've heard it from, but like sort of not blacklist, but like reduce the chances on like certain emails, like domains. So, like Hotmail,
Yeah, I've got a mad story about this, to be honest, and this takes me back to like Kicks Raffle when I was running that. So basically, what happened was in the end, so we was like botting Foot Patrol and the JD raffle heavily. Like it was just a cock out every single drop. People would be winning multiple pairs, no matter what drop it was. And then eventually the wins just started dropping off, and we couldn't figure out why it was. We was convinced that it wasn't the bot like itself, and then things started happening. So like people who was running massive. So we had a lot of Chinese people running the bot, and they was basically entering under like totally random domains. So he was using like Chinese domains and stuff like that. And then he would find that like on a more general release drop, his Outlooks and his Gmails would win. And then when it comes to an extremely limited drop, like I can't think what it was. I think it's like Air Force One clots, because he dropped a couple of them. He would only win on his very distinctive emails, which was like only getting a couple entries. So he was thinking like, so then he like messaged me and he was like, I've seen this pattern on the general release stuff, Gmails and Outlooks win, and then on the more hype stuff, like really weird emails win. So he was thinking that it's like because the filtering, whether it's Gmail or Outlooks, people was buying Gmail and Outlooks to bot and stuff like that. And then he kind of rounded it down to, people who work for businesses. So I work for BT. I might enter on a BT email. So it's very legit. It's like, why would I enter on a BT email if I was botting? Like, so I can't get BT emails. So he came up with this theory. And to be honest, from what I realised towards the end of the Foot Patrol raffle, well, the old Foot Patrol raffle, that is kind of what seemed to happen. But that's a very interesting story about things like that. And I actually did see that in flesh. And it was definitely, for a period of time on the old JD and Foot Patrol raffles, it was like, hyped releases, only very distinctive emails would win, and then general releases, Outlooks and Gmails would win. So that's very weird, but
I've never won on a JD raffle, mate.
Have you not?
never.
You
JD's
need
you need to get other people to enter for you. I think
other people to enter, and as soon as it goes live, the sooner the better. I don't know if that's still the case to this day, but as I said, Milo back, like I know back in the day, sooner you enter, the better you had more chances, and obviously the custom domain email.
And I'm not gonna lie, I have probably used your address about a million times, mate.
Your address is so clear.
I have probably entered about a million times on your address, lad.
I've probably never thought about that.
Yeah,
Some people that
on
actually,
Will's address as well. Yeah. So your whole road probably is just blacklisted.
I do it all the time. I don't do it with your address. What's the one on to the right of me? Is it 17,
Adams,
that one?
Yeah, 17.
Is it 17? I use that one so many times.
So those that don't know, Josh actually lives in Milo's old house.
Very, very wild one.
So that is a bit of a crazy one. Like,
literally.
It's a bit crazy.
It's a crazy fact.
Yeah, crazy
So,
facts.
and that was probably back in the day when you was trying to send 100 pairs to one address.
Yeah, literally. And
No wonder I don't win.
yeah, literally, honestly, I swear down, I've entered on Will's address, mate. Like, that postcode. And one thing I found with JD and that is eventually we felt like they started filtering postcodes because let's be honest, right? Because what we used to do was we would enter every single address on a street. So we'd be like, right, we've got like up to 100 houses on the street. We'd enter every single address. We'd enter all our neighbours because at the end of the day, JD was basically filtering by like unique address. So we started entering our neighbours and stuff like that. So then we felt like they probably started clipping the postcode because in England, you're only going to have about 100, like, let's be honest, right? For an actual real JD raffle, let's say if there's 100 houses on the street, what are the chances that like 10 or 15 people on that street are entering for a JD raffle? Yeah. It's very slim. On average, it's probably 1 to 2 people per street, if not 0. So I think things like that. And I'm sorry, mate, but I think I've probably bought your address.
I've got a little story. You might remember, Will, do you remember those John 4 Lightnings which I dropped off?
Oh, yeah.
They got delivered to my house. I didn't realise, and they're behind the green bin for a solid like 2-3 days. I had no clue.
That's a killer.
I know.
No, good job it didn't rain, or did it rain?
It did, no, it didn't. And I can't remember when I dropped them off, but yeah, it's a little story about how the Jordan 4s would be behind the bin and I never realised.
I've had some mad deliveries, like JD ones.
JD's the worst.
JD just like Yeezy drop days and like good ones back in the day. Literally just in a plastic bag chucked over the fence. Like all the time, and it's just like box.
So it's always a battered box.
They used to,
every JD warehouse is mashed.
For a period, didn't they not even like they would just literally, they wouldn't even double box them, right?
No.
So they would just send, I
still
swear
do
one
it- they
time,
still do it to this
I
day,
think
I believe.
one time they actually stuck the postage label on the
actual
Yeezy,
box.
on the Yeezy box. Is that right? Did they actually do that?
I think I've seen
They,
this.
they stuck the postage label on the box, and then this fucking Yeezy box arrives at your house all beat up and that, and then they used to just send them in bags, and the amount of times people would just like get like Yeezy boxes, and the whole box is just like,
Mashed
it's like a
potato.
slinky, mate. It's fucked.
You must be sat there at the warehouse just laughing like, watch this box. I'm going to stick this label on this Yeezy box.
There was a guy in the server. I'm not sure of his name. He posted like a picture of a JD box, and I'm not kidding. It was literally ripped apart. Like the lid wasn't even on. You know the little attachment like this on the lid.
Yeah.
That was ripped off. It was just stuck on top. It was funny. The box was mashed.
Oh
It
my
was so
God.
funny.
That is funny.
This actually brings me on to another little jig we used to do back in the day on Yeezys. So basically, when like old Yeezys coming out, you could actually like get like £30 off your order, which was like such cheap mode. But like pretty much every Yeezy you got delivered would have like a glue mark on it, so it'd have like a little bit of glue overlapping. And basically, what you would do is you'd open up a ticket with Adidas and be like, "There's this glue mark on my shoe. This isn't acceptable." And then they just return you like £30-40 for each shoe, and we just do that for every single pair we bought, stuff like that. But basically, what we would do is when we got like a pair of Yeezys in, pretty much every single pair of shoe.
Not every pair, but like...
No, it was literally like 99%.
Yeah.
Like literally, like pretty much every single pair. Like even if it was like the smallest glue mark, which like tailored over to like the linen, you would just take a couple of pictures of it, and then you would upload it onto Adidas's support thing, and then they would just refund you like £30 for each shoe you bought. So even if the shoes went for retail and I bought 10 shoes and I got £30 refund and sold them for retail, which never happened back then, I was still making 10 times
profits are
30,
well better.
300 quid, mate. Like,
Was it a bot though? Like the actual live chat? Was it a bot or an actual?
No.
No, it was
You just email it.
live, I believe.
you just like submitted an email form,
Oh,
and then
okay.
you would just upload your photos, and it was well easy, mate. And literally every single pair pretty much had them. When I got my grey gums, they had them as well, and it was
Yeah, Grey Gums
it was
as well.
just like the tiniest mark, and I was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
£30, please. But that's a pretty mad one, to be honest. And I
Yeah,
imagine
that
you
is
can
mad
still do stuff like that now if any of your shoes have got
But
defects and
there's,
stuff like that.
I think there is always a way around things. To
Oh.
sort of lead it towards your way a little bit.
Yeah, literally.
That'll get you a refund right there, mate.
I know.
That will
Which
actually.
one?
That one
In
there.
like a scratch, I swear there's a scratch.
Oh
on something.
yeah.
Yeah, that looks
That's a
like
little,
£30, that.
I know.
Look at that,
£30
30
mark.
quid there.
But yeah, that's a very interesting one. But there's loads of little stuff like that you can do, especially with Nike. We were saying Nike before, the quality control on Nike is absolutely backwards.
It's dreadful.
Yeah, can you imagine how many shoes they churn in there?
I think my laced portfolio where I sell my shoes is literally just Panda Dunks.
Really?
It is. I think I've at least sold like maybe 10, 15 pairs of Panda Dunks.
It's
just on
insane.
that portfolio.
That Panda Dunks are such a staple right now, aren't they?
Oh,
It's
massive.
literally
Unbreakable.
free money. They are
Yeah,
unbreakable because they're such a
unbreakable.
fire shoe. And we found out the other day, like a local JD from around where we live, basically the store doesn't get them anymore because they're under investigation because the whole staff team there has been like reselling them.
Have they?
So now all the staff are potentially getting fired for reselling Panda Dunks. But that's how easy it is, and everybody knows the resale. And that's why you go into a JD and you see all the JD staff wearing Panda Dunks because they get them all the time, but they're backdooring them and all this kind of stuff. But like you said, how much do you get from Unlaced? Because people who don't know, you get more money on Lace, don't you? It takes a little bit longer to sell,
It's,
but
I think the fees are a bit higher, but you get so much more than like
Yeah.
StockX,
Yeah,
Alias.
the
and
prices
that.
are insane. I sold
Yeah.
2 pairs of Zions in the last 2 weeks. 300 quid I got for them.
It's ridiculous.
£290 each. I sold 2, and it literally took 2 days to sell them.
It's I think I always go for a size 6, but EU 39 instead of EU 40 because I don't know why they're literally the exact same size, but you get a bit more for them. But I think for the grade school ones, you reach it about 210 maybe to 230.
Man.
insane that,
Yeah,
innit?
it's ridiculous.
And the £65
I know the
buy,
retail on them's really low, isn't it?
£65
to buy.
to £220, and these are dropping like all the time. And like I said, you've sold 10 to 15 pairs of them.
It's ridiculous.
Insane,
That's
to be
nuts.
honest.
150
Panda
pound
Dunks.
plus profit, like on a pair of
Big
dunks.
money.
Tasty.
I know.
I love Panda Dunks, mate.
So do
They're such a nice shoe as well.
Is that your favourite platform to sell on List?
For sneakers, yeah, 100%. Either that or eBay, because we don't have an eBay bot done, do we?
Nah,
It's
it's under
currently
maintenance.
down,
Yeah,
yeah.
we are working on getting it back up. But
Yeah.
eBay have basically changed the way that views and watches and stuff like that are counted. So we are working on rewriting at the moment. But
Yeah, so when the eBay bot was running, you don't want to put too many views on it because obviously you get blacklisted. Your
Yeah, it
listing.
looks a bit too dodgy.
So you just put like a £100, 100 views on your listing, and that like shoot it straight to the top.
Yeah.
And you get so many buyers. Because it's the first one they see, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
Yeah. Have you got a good eBay account as well?
yeah. Well,
that helps.
I'm currently in a dispute with
Ah,
my
yeah.
business account. Yeah.
how come?
Basically, on my business account, Don't know why I created a business account.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You don't get the 70 to 80% reduced fees, do you? At all?
You also have to accept returns.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow,
so-
I didn't know that one.
that's top tip, guys.
A buyer paid for the PlayStation. I sent it out and that. But once it arrived at their address, they claimed it had been opened and showing signs of use.
What?
So I was like, all right then, whatever. So they sent it back, and eBay forced me to send a refund, although I didn't have the product.
Yeah.
Mad.
And Royal Mail lost the product.
No.
Is this what I was speaking to you about the other day? Yeah.
So I'm currently in a massive dispute with both eBay, the buyer, and Royal Mail.
Wow.
It was over, I think it's £580.
That's nuts.
Big dispute over.
That's a stinker, mate.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah. But
That's one thing, like it's just shipping shoes and stuff, like a lot of people won't pay the extra £3-4. Now I'm guilty of it. Like back in the day, I never used to pay like the £3-4 extra just to insure it.
Yeah.
But literally one time I sent some triple black Ultra Boost to Australia.
Oh, yeah,
I remember you
that.
telling
And
me
they
about this.
lost them, and I'd actually paid the insurance, and he did end up paying out. He did take like
Did you say, like,
5
6
months,
Yeah.
and they paid it in a
In a
check in the
check.
post, like a check, and I was like, fair enough, but at least he did pay out like
How much did you get paid out?
the resale price. I sent
was
them,
it?
yeah, so I sent them screenshots of like the PayPal,
Yeah.
and then I sent them the receipt as well. I think I can't really remember, but they ended up paying the resale price, which I was like, I'm only going to get the retail there because they want the invoice and stuff, and obviously I've not got an invoice.
It's got
But
paid
yeah,
out,
it was
though.
pretty decent. Yeah, took a while, but
You got your money back in the end.
yeah, it's
Triple
definitely
Black Ops
worth
were
it.
hot back in the day as well. Adidas was so,
So
popping back in
good.
the day. When we first started reselling, like, Adidas was the one. Like we was just reselling Adidas really. Like for the start of it, that was
It's like Boost, really.
yeah. It was the Boost hype was insane. But literally, I can't remember the last thing that resold, which was Adidas, was the fucking Quavo headphones, mate. Like other
Nah,
than
this-
that,
I don't
obviously you
think
get
I've
Ye-
ever
yeah.
seen
I don't
that.
know what I'm on about, mate. They're obviously still doing Yeezys.
Yeah, no,
all
no,
the
currently
time.
right now there's those Gazette, the sliders basically. They're not going for big profits, but like £10-15 over.
They had them other ones on size launches as well. What were they?
I think this is
they-
them. They're like
And they
magic.
they were the gazelles, but they're like rainbow
Yeah,
coloured.
the gazelles, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
There was a
remember
massive
these?
City
queue outside
series,
side.
City
Yeah.
series, City series have always
It was like the
resold though.
anniversary thing.
Yeah,
There was a massive queue outside of size, wasn't there?
yeah, they're size exclusives there.
Yeah, a member did cop.
Yeah, they're big profits then.
Yeah, it was.
Big
I think it was like
profits.
£200 profit on a
Yeah.
per.
They did a flash
Adidas
size
sales.
launches raffle as well, didn't they?
Did they?
But
I
we
don't
missed
get
it.
into that.
They did it for an hour, didn't they, or something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, missed it.
But yeah, we ended up missing that one. But you know, I suppose at the end of the day, that's part of the game. We do actually have monitors set up for size and stuff like that now,
Yeah.
so everything's getting forward. And today we are actually adding sneaker pings to the CCN app, so everybody's going to get the fire and raffle notifications for the best raffles. Because that's one thing we do in CCN is we kind of like wheel down, you know, the best raffles to enter and stuff like that. We kind of filter out the ones which aren't worth your time, and leave the best ones, you know, open to notifications and stuff like that. So that should be coming through now, and I think that's going to massively help people out because it's just gonna get a lovely notification for like the best raffles and the ones that are literally worth entering, and we're gonna put the resale prices and stuff like that on there, so it's gonna be fire, mate.
Okay,
Go on.
absolutely fighting.
Oh, it's gonna be
I
absolutely
think
fire,
that is
mate.
a good addition though. Adding that to the app, you don't have to.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to
Yeah.
then go on eBay, sold
Yeah, yeah,
listings,
yeah.
scroll through and work out an
100%.
average price.
I know.
Yeah.
When good raffles out, I'm always like sending it out like, go on, just ping it to the app, just ping it, ping
Yeah.
it, ping it. So with this now, it'll just make it like just automatically ping, won't it? So
So when it like comes to Discord, because basically what happens is with the raffles, like they send to like a staff server first, and then from like the staff server, we just like there's like a button to like forward them on to the main server because like we might get like a crappy raffle through, and we don't want everything going there. So like
it's like manually verified, basically.
Yeah.
so when they come through the Discord now, it's come straight out onto the CCN app. So that's going to be absolutely fire. And we've got actually a new version of the CCN app coming this week.
Have you?
I'll show you it later, mate.
Yeah.
It's so fire. It's absolutely bang on.
Absolutely blows the first thing out.
Yeah,
the water.
literally, it's insane.
Makes the first thing goes a bit.
Oh,
It's just we just got it out fast. It was just a beta version.
yeah, and we just wanted to like
Yeah.
scout out, you know, making apps and really find out, you know, the ins and outs of it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a little ping this morning on the app. I'm not sure what it was, but
Bratsdale.
it might have been. I'm not sure.
I don't know if I should.
The G29 wheel's been pinging on it, but it's
Maybe
so
beat that.
fast out of stock.
I was gonna say
No, I did
The actual-
Brats.
Yeah, but just maybe beat it.
the actual app compared to Discord is at least like maybe 5 seconds
Yeah,
quicker.
it's way
It's-
easier to
it's so
decipher.
quick,
That's
yeah.
what I think. Like, it's way easier to realize that that's like a
Yeah.
profitable notification when it's on Discord, mate. Especially if you're in multiple Discord servers, mate. It's like a fucking matrix,
Yeah.
mate.
You
My
click it
phone
and you
is
can
like-
almost lose. Like if another notification comes through, like I almost lose it. And I'm like, fuck, where was that in the
Yeah.
Discord, in the category, in the channel?
I think with Discord though as well, you have to when you click it, it asks you to like trust the domain or
Is it-
you have to
so-
click OK, like to
In
go
the
to
latest
actual link.
Discord update, you can actually bypass
Yeah.
that now.
You
Can
can.
you?
The
You can
last update,
whitelist it, can't you?
literally just gone up. You can whitelist it. That was only in the last week, I think. That.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But before that, like you said, it's been a pain.
But
Literally
not
a
on
pain.
CCN app.
No.
The app smiles quicker.
I know that's one thing that we did want, like literally.
Slows you down like 4 or 5
Yeah, it
seconds
does.
at least, literally every time. And you click the notification that takes you to Discord, but then you have to click the button on Discord to take you to the website, and then you have to click, oh yeah, I trust this domain, and then
And then that's only an in-app browser. So then
You
if you
can
fill it
change that
all
as well,
out,
though.
yeah, you can choose to finger. But like most people haven't turned that on.
most
And then you're
people
filling it in on finger. And then if you accidentally click open in your normal browser, you have to type out your details
Yeah.
again. Like I've done that a few times. It's just annoying.
The key with raffles as well is autofill. You have to have autofill.
Oh yeah, sure.
It literally takes like maybe 3 clicks, and you just scroll down and click something.
Yeah.
I think I have that both on my phone and my computer.
That's one thing I love about the Shopify raffles as well. Is I can just Apple Pay it, like Flat Spot, Slam City, Route 1, boom.
Mine doesn't always work for that. And then I get that stupid shop pay text.
Really, mine
That's
always
annoying,
works, to be honest. I did it the other day. Slam City is one raffle people
Yes.
really need to keep an eye out for. With Slam City, it is literally like such a high win rate, and it's like we was going again with Flat Spot on Slam City as well. I think it's very, very, very crucial. And from when I was running Kick Raffle Bot back in the day, people was very, very, very on with like entering the same size for Splat and Slam City especially. They was really heavy on that because I did add that in the end. So for people, Slam City raffle closes in like 4 minutes. There's only a limited amount of entries per size.
So it sells out per size, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that's amazing because you really know that like it's not getting hundreds of thousands of entries. It's getting a really minimal amount.
You also
So-
find out literally within like
half
an hour, don't you?
That's what I love.
So
as well.
fast.
I love them fast turnarounds when it's.
Yeah,
I'd rather just know of one and not one.
Sweating out for days.
I think as well, if you don't have a high street bank like Starling, Monzo, Metro Bank, and all that, you get your refunds like same day.
Yeah.
I got mine. Refund same day.
JD as well, you get your refund same day. 'Cause I bank with Monzo. It's what £65 to enter. I think the actual length of the raffle is it's about 5 days.
Yeah.
JD. I think you get your refund on the same day.
Wow,
So
That's pretty decent.
that's lit.
Yeah.
little fact when
We do
you,
actually
enter
push
JD
that, don't we?
raffles.
Say use the more instant bank cards.
Yeah, we do say that on there. There was actually a bypass back
I
in
know,
the
I
day.
was just gonna
So
say.
you bypass JD pre-off, so you didn't have to pay.
Is
But
it
I
not?
believe they finished around with it recently, where you can't do it anymore. But we was looking the other day, and I think we need to look again to be honest, whether it's actually possible. But from the other day, we realized we couldn't
Someone
really
was
see
telling
it.
me that it might be. I don't know how true this is. I didn't actually check it out myself, but you might still not be able to do pre-off.
You might still be able to bypass it.
Yeah, that's on JD.
I can imagine. To be fair, I need to probably look at it. I need to actually look at like the requests and how that kind of thing works because looking at that will actually tell you a lot about how the raffle works in terms of like botting it and stuff like that. But it's one thing to look at.
Was it Tino who
It was.
who put the PayPal little jig out?
Yeah.
Where he just said pay
He
by
was on telling me
credit
about
card or
that.
debit card, and it only takes the funds if you win,
Yeah.
something like that.
So
Yeah.
I think I got a good little question for you as well. So since starting CCN, have you like people around you like noticed you've been reselling and stuff like that? What did they think of the whole situation?
There's a few people who ain't fond of me, but
Yeah.
Really?
there's a few people who like actually support me. Like you've actually done well for yourself. Like congrats.
Do you think that's out of jealousy?
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing well for yourself, aren't you,
I
John?
know,
So-
you're absolutely killing it. And I think you're a perfect role model for like people out there who are similar age, who are 15, 16, 17, who all want to start. Like we all started at the exact same age. Like I said, I was 15 when I started reselling as well. And it's like, it's a perfect risk-free side hustle. And I think for people out there, you're a perfect example of what you can become and how you can like do it. Like you said, you quit your job at Mackey's, now you're just reselling full time. And you've actually got you've got a bit of an insight into your future. Like I feel like you probably found like a lot more of a path from reselling.
I think a reselling does give you like an edge in the business industry
For sure.
as well.
100%.
Like,
100
even
million
if
%.
you don't want to carry on reselling in
No.
the future,
Yeah.
You learn
you-
so much.
yeah. I think to be honest, I think I've learned more from reselling than I have in actual business A level
Yeah.
because I feel like in business A level it teaches you how to be an employee,
Oh, 100%.
yeah.
and when you're actually like reselling and actually sort of running a business, it shows you the cash flow, what
Yeah.
you have to do, how to make the product more presentable, and how to
Literally.
like using psychological things to actually get people
Literally.
to buy the
Yeah,
product.
yeah.
But they don't teach you that in education or.
And it's stuff like reviews and that, like
Yeah.
from reselling with like eBay. Like in my business studies, I don't think I ever once heard about how crucial reviews are.
Yeah.
But if we are selling a product, and we all know this from eBay, you know, if you've got no eBay reviews on your account, it's a bit of a struggle to sell it.
Yeah.
So like your reviews, and people will go on there, they'll read and they make sure they're legit, make sure the parcels are going to get shipped out on time. Because at the end of the day, no one wants to pay you, and then 3 weeks later the parcel's not been shipped out, and you have to faff around and buy the item again. So I think things like that, it just teaches you how like crucial like reviews are, and teaches you how to like better get your reviews. Like for one thing that I always tell people is, you know, if you've got no reviews on your eBay account, start selling some of your old crap that you've got, maybe even just like old games and stuff like that. Each person that you know you sell to, ask them for a review. You know, literally, every time I sell something, I ask them for a review, just because I just want to build up as many as possible. Like the more, the merrier.
I give them one back as well.
Yeah, essential.
I think if you give them one back, then it's more or less not always guaranteed, but more or less guaranteed.
Yeah,
You can
100%.
if you give them a good one, you know you're just gonna get a good one back.
Yeah.
It's like life, isn't it?
I think with eBay as well, using psychological tricks, you know, like putting your price down to like £149.99.
There's loads of stuff like that.
I think that works so much better.
100%.
Yeah.
People see the 140 and think, oh well, it's actually not however much. And
Free delivery as well.
yeah,
it's always a good
delivery's
one.
a big one.
It's stuff like emojis and that, or like making your pictures like
Yeah.
presentable, stuff like that. It's like, you know, all things like that actually matter. And we obviously have guides in CC on how to do all this, how to like maximize your listings and stuff like that. But just like you said, like it's such an amazing stepping stone for everybody. And I think one thing that it like teaches you as well is, and I imagine you found this in your own journey, is that, you know, even though there's all these things out there which are like handing you out, you know, information, you're always looking for more information. You always want more. And I think as a business owner, one of the most important things you can be doing is like looking for new business, looking for new things, just constantly picking away, trying to get that upper hand no matter what. Yeah, 100%. And I know you've done that in loads of times, loads of occasions. You know, you've excelled, you've gone out your way to find more information and stuff like that. And I think that is a perfect stepping stone for anybody who wants to get into business, how we all got into business. And I think it gives you a proper taste. It's like when you make that first sale and you're like, 60 quid, like, let's go, you're buzzing.
I think it gives you like the edge and want like the determination to actually resell more.
Yeah.
And think like, okay, I've just made this in however much time, I can do this even better.
Exactly.
I can do this so much quicker and so much more money, and literally sit in my room and just enter a load of raffles or just click a couple links.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's perfect. It's literally perfect. And now I know you've got your own personal shopping business, isn't it?
I do, yeah.
How's
I've
that
been
going?
active on it recently, but yeah.
But so what do you do with that? Are you just like selling stock that you've got, or are you sourcing for new things, stuff like that?
A bit of both, really. So I just list up all my stock on there. I got a few DMs off people. They basically pay me in like a secure way.
Yeah.
I do it in a way where it benefits them.
Yeah.
To make them feel secure as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to say, oh, look, let's do a bank transfer and then not actually.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It makes them feel a bit uneasy about it. But I just mainly post it on my story, do a actual post on my Instagram, show what I've got, and they just message me.
Yeah.
And say, look, if you got this size, if not, can you source it in how many days, how many hours, whatever. And I've done that a few times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's how you guys started as well, and with Will, that's how actually Crep Chief started. You know, initially, like Will, Tom, and Brad, they all bought Crep Chief as a personal shopping brand, and they tried to go at it that route. But you know, obviously over time, it's slowly morphed away. But that's another great way to start, and I think that's what it starts. So that it comes back down to that, like starting business kind of stuff. And it's like, so you start reselling, and then after that, you're like, well, I'm gonna start an Instagram page, and I'm gonna start like selling my stuff on there. And then, you know, before you know it, you're one step closer to starting your own online business. You know, now you've got social media, you're understanding how to post on social media, how to get sales, and all things like that. And it's literally, it's perfect stepping stones to starting your own business.
Yeah, it really, really, really is. I feel like reselling is literally that one step before.
Yeah.
Personal shopping page, you can grow it so big. Like, I've seen so many pages take off.
It's free as well. Social media is free.
Yeah, literally.
Advertisement's free. Everything's free.
You're getting the most demanded items for the best, for literally retail, and selling them for the biggest profits. You literally your margins are insane.
If you do have a big page as well, think of how many people are going to view that product. If you put it on your store and you've got like 10,000 followers, at least maybe 4,000 are going to see that story, and that's 4,000 more than it is if you actually did cop the product.
Yeah, and when you've got one of these like pages, you can charge that little bit extra, so it's even better.
Reliable.
Yeah, it's even better.
But going back to that role model thing as well, I did actually get a DM from someone. mentioned about the videos, how they did see me on the videos and saying that they convinced us to sign up and whatnot, and they made X amount.
That's sick.
But I was, when it got through, it actually made me smile. I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
I see tons of stuff like that. You know, it's even like we get comments on the YouTube video, and it's like people still think that. To be honest though, you know what? I actually can't remember the last time somebody said, unless it was on like a TikTok comment from somebody who has no idea what the fuck's going on. I've not actually heard anyone say to me like, this is a scam. Like, everybody who DMs me, like, literally, now that I actually think about it, I can't remember the last person who DM'd me or anything like that, literally, who said, is this a scam? I feel like we're kind of getting away from that thing now. And to be honest, I feel like some people probably think that, and if you are thinking that, it's definitely not. Like, you know, we've got all this, like, social proof and all this content and everything. It's like, there's no way that it is. But, like, you know, it's actually an interesting one because I've not even thought about it until that, but like I can't remember the last time someone thought to me that this is actually a scam, because we've just explained it so much now and we've really like made it so mainstream that it's like, just it's not.
I don't get how people can think it's a scam either, if you know what I mean. Like, you're actually copying a product for retail, and like you were saying in the videos or whatnot, go check eBay sold listings. They can literally do it themselves, and it's the first hand.
Yeah, literally.
They can clearly see that it's reselling.
I know, it's just one of them. I think people just kind of need to take the leap, and especially, I think there's been a lot of bad stigma in like this side hustle industry. But to be honest, I don't hear really many people calling it side hustle. I think side hustle is the perfect word, especially for people starting out. You know, it's for people who want to do this a long time, the full-time job, people who want to do this in college, in uni, in school. It is absolutely perfect if you've got other stuff going on. You know, obviously you can take it to that level where you're making like a significant amount a month for it to be a full-time income. But for the majority of people, it is better just done in your spare time as a little profit maker on the side, whether you're making 500 quid to £1,000 profit every single month. You know, that's still absolutely bang on. And you know, at the end of the day, even if you're making 500 quid a month, that is still, at the end of the year, you know, that's still like that's £6,000 profit, you know, literally like £6,000 on top of your normal wage. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. Like, imagine if you got a £6,000 pay rise at your job, you'd be like, woo! So you can just get yourself a £6,000 pay rise right now. You just do.
Especially for like a £30 investment. £30 investment, and it's what, like, but you're making £6,000 a year profit.
If they were saying like work 1 to 2 hours extra every day and get £6,000 pay rise, everyone would just like jump at the gun.
Jump at that.
Yeah,
literally, and that's what it's actually like, though, isn't it? Like, I wouldn't even say 1 to 2 hours a day is perfect. Like an analogy.
It's nothing at the end of the day.
No,
it's actually
nothing. You know, think about like what you're actually getting paid for that. You know, like the actual, like, that's why I always, especially with sneaker reselling, the way I see it is, it's almost like, oh, I'm going to convert my time into cash. It's just like any other job. You know, we should probably actually like do like a statistic on like how much you actually make per hour reselling. That'd be actually really good. We should do that as a video, like how much we actually make on an hourly basis in a week from reselling.
Like spending 24 hours this week reselling, so much you can make.
Literally.
That'd be a cracker.
That's sick. But like,
but literally, as CCM, we're not promising like that you can make 6-figure business. Like, we're not promising that. We're promising a side hustle that you can make continuously throughout the year to pay the extra bills. Like, if you're short on a little bill 1 month, you can literally just do CCN, pay that extra bill, and you're chilling.
Oh man, like,
there's so much stuff.
Even when the PS5s are in the prime, if you make one sale, that's what you make, like £400.
At the start of PS5, mate, too many people missed out on that opportunity, boys. Like, I promise you now.
Never seen a time like it.
Even the year before that, it was hot tubs. And honestly, during COVID, and I promise you people, when this recession's over, and when like the time in between inflation happening and everybody's got shitloads of cash, we will be having it off completely. Like, that's what I've realized over the past like couple months, is that, like, you know, in these periods during inflation and recessions, like, you know, that's when reselling absolutely bangs. Like, during COVID, it was literally cash hand over fist. People have made too much money. People have had it too easy. Like, people have bought some mad cars from it and stuff like that. Like,
stupid
it's
things.
insane.
Literally
like,
stupid things.
Was it Alex? It was Alex who made an absolute fortune off him. The one where he said he had about 10 in his living room or something. Yeah. He had to buy a locker.
He had 10 grand in kayaks last summer, didn't
he?
Yeah,
Alex made an insane amount of money last summer as well. Yeah, the kayaks last summer was absolutely banging.
I never did kayaks as well.
I've never done a kayak.
Never done a kayak.
I'm gonna get some in though. I was literally speaking to the Flip side today. I was like, boys, need some kayaks, and I tell you people, there's a lovely kayak drop coming out soon for cheap as bloody Chesney's, and we're all gonna be copying them, and I think it's gonna be fat profit.
That's a new
and
quote.
It's from my favourite retailer as well.
Miles' favourite
retailer. So we're gonna be going down there. I know we can guess that one, but we're gonna be going down there and we're gonna be copying some, and it's gonna be posted onto Crep Chief Notify platform, providing all goes well during the release.
I did cop I think with 3 kayaks from Lidl.
Mm-hmm.
They was $49.99 each.
Yeah, I think it was.
I was walking in the street with like 3 massive kayaks. It was like, with our Lidl, it's maybe about...
Is this the one in Goulburn?
Yeah. I walked all the way down that
What
street with
the-
kayaks.
I can imagine it.
Honestly, my arms were killing.
That's heavy.
I couldn't see. I had to peek round the box to see what was in front of me.
That's
People
so
walking down,
funny.
But the
driving past him, this lad's got 3 kayaks.
but,
That's a hustle, that lad. I respect
it was
that.
I put them on the actual till, and it was like, yeah, you can't have that many. I was like, why not? There was like, you clearly a reseller. I was like, nah, mate.
Really?
I just love me some kayaks.
I was like, well, I'm going Lake District this weekend, so
Fam.
yeah, I was
Did
like,
they let you have
it's
them?
from my family. Yeah, they let me have all
See,
3.
that's what I mean. You can swindle your way into anything, I promise you.
You are the master
It's,
of the swindle.
it's dead easy. Literally, you just like come up with some like, it's not bullshit, but just like something kind of believable.
Yeah.
They've just got to buy it that tiny bit, and you can just bite off that.
You're going to make
Like,
it
it's so-
semi-believable.
Yeah, it's so easy. I think like it is dead easy. I think when you get to the till, you're just like, I'm gonna do this.
You're the
Definitely
master
gonna
of the
do it.
sweet talk,
It's
lad, I'm
dead,
not going
it's
to lie.
dead easy.
But
Yeah, she came up to me. She was like, "Yeah, mate, you can't have that many." I was like, "But like, well, I can." But like, this was like, "Why you getting so much?" I was like, "Well, me and my family going up Lake District, we all just love to kayak."
Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
carrying
if you
them
just think,
home.
like, if you just agreed that you would have had none, you would have just had one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's just got to sell it to her manager. So you've just got to sell it to her, and she'll sell it to her manager.
Yeah.
If her manager believes that like it's chilling, like she's gonna get it done. You've got 3 kayaks. You made loads of profit.
They were 50
Chilling.
pound profit each, weren't they?
Yeah.
I've sold all 3.
£50 profit each?
Yeah.
So free.
£150 off Lidl.
And it's like in walking distance from your house.
It is.
That's so free, mate. That's got to be like literally. That's got to be £150 profit from like 1 hour's work.
Yeah.
Like you go out your house. I know exactly where it is. It's literally like a 20-minute walk.
If that, to be
If
honest.
that,
Free
yeah.
Ginnell.
If you was giving it a light jog, mate, you'd be there in no time. But literally like 15-minute walk, 15 minutes back, half an hour, 5-10 minutes listing them. Bob's your uncle.
Everyone has a local Lidl, so everyone can make local money.
I listed the kayaks on Lidl car park. I took a picture on Lidl car park.
No way.
I got home and I actually had a message by the time I got home.
Yeah.
That buyer actually didn't end up paying.
Yeah.
But,
So it's one of them.
I know.
I think it was like a few days later. I've sold all 3.
Mad.
Mad. That is crazy. Lately, I
I need some
keep
more kayaks. I need to get some more. Right?
whenever we keep, because we've moved into Manchester now and we've got this lovely new office, as you could probably say, new settings. But lately we're doing a lot more like in-store stuff.
Yeah.
That's where we was before. I was just like out the way. But I'm determined to actually sell something for profit before actually leaving the store.
Yeah.
And I think it's very doable. Like, every
Oh,
time
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I think it'd be
100%.
so funny just to like
100%.
leave the till and sell it before I actually leave the store.
I think with sneakers we can do that.
Yeah,
We
I
can
think-
do,
yeah.
with a sneaker
Yeah.
one we can probably do that like in like the next 2 weeks.
I nearly
probably.
actually did it today. So the Yeezy drop was today, and I got an 11. Jude has actually done me today.
Jude.
It was like £120 profit instant on StockX for a US 11. So he was telling me, yeah, get a size 11 Yeezy bone. So I got the 11. I'm like, he's like, oh, you got a good size there. I got a good size. I was like, sell it now, Jude. Sell it now. He's like, no, I'm not going to sell it till you wait, get the size. Come back and he's like, it's a UK 11 and not a US 11. Instant sellout's 160.
Oh, so you made a loss.
No, don't worry about that. I'm not going to make a
bad.
loss on them. It's StockX prices, isn't it? You know what they're like.
Oh.
Absolute brickers themselves, them.
Oh mate, StockX is the king of bricking. They've introduced them.
That
They have
one the other day, no fees on
buyers.
buyers. Like it was. Oh, that one was.
StockX
fucked.
cutthroat, mate. When have you heard of StockX doing a seller fee discount?
I know.
Have
They
you
do
ever
it-
actually heard of that? Did they even do that?
They do 50%
These-
seller discount.
Oh, did they?
They actually
Yeah.
did them on these. All the Travis Scott range just after they released. It was like
Yeah.
50% off fees. And I had the brick ones, proper bad ones. I literally missed it by a few hours. I could have made some decent money on them, but now there's bricks.
There was a sneaker raffle that I did enter. I'm not sure what company it was with or anything, but it was in my junk mail, the raffle win.
Oh,
That's a killer.
Yeah, that one is
it
a
was
killer.
the SB Dunk High Mets or something. They were like 120.
Decent profit.
Yeah, £120 profit. And I didn't check my junk mail. And it said, follow this link, complete your purchase or whatnot. I was gutted.
That is a
I
stinker,
checked
lad.
it. I was like, oh.
That's a
that
proper
ruined-
stinker.
It ruined my day.
That's
I can
a
imagine.
killer.
You know what I mean? You just put £120 in the junk.
Yeah.
That's a stinker. With them kind of raffles, you can actually sometimes if it's a Shopify raffle like that, you can actually buy wins.
Yeah.
So I was actually meant to put this in the last YouTube video, and we did record it, but we just forgot to put it in for whatever reason. So we copped the the Mars Yard board, not Tom Sachs board, Nike.
Tom Sachs
collabs.
boring thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
do you remember him the other day,
Yeah.
the Nightcraft
Yeah.
one? Me and so basically from way back in the day when I was running Kicks Rafflebot, some guy who was a manager there, really good lad. He's a massive chef at Rafflebot and stuff like that. He won 100 pair of Tom Sachs board thingies. So he just literally gave me free checkout links for free. So he just sent it me, Tom, and Tino all copped him. He just got the link, put our address in, and boom, paid for them, and they're going to be on the way. I don't know when they're coming, but hopefully there's some decent profits on them.
They've
But they
gone to
are
it.
meant to be general release, so I do think they're going to brick.
I sold a pair of Rose Whisper Dunks on eBay for £150, and because the authenticity guarantee, once you've sold them, you can't contact the buyer. It's to prevent fakes going through and whatnot, and sort of working a way around it. And the woman found me on Facebook selling a swimming pool. Yeah, she found me selling a swimming pool, and she said, "Hi, I just bought something from you off eBay, but I can't message you." And she put something like, "I really can't wait for them to be delivered. They're absolutely delightful."
That's
She's
mad.
like batting back and forth about it.
Pardon?
Batting back and forth about like.
Yeah,
fucking-
we were just talking, and she was like, "When you send them, about the tracking number and whatnot," and then we had like a massive conversation. And she put, "Hopefully, I'll have them by tomorrow, if not Monday." This was Friday, and so she's not been excited for a pair of shoes in a long time.
She must be buzzing, to be honest.
That's sick to be fair.
Yeah, she must be
That's some
buzzing.
nice profit on them as well, too, for £50.
Yeah.
Where did you get them from?
Where did I get them from?
JD.
Might have been JD. No.
JD have been
Did it-
restocking.
Bro, they've been restocking
Loads of-
so
they've been-
much, haven't they, lads?
These are sat in Manchester.
Oh, I got them from Nike App. That was it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It was just a little restock. I don't know how many pairs are in, but I got a size 4.5, and they sold in the same day. So
They're
That's
restocking dunks a lot on Nike, to be honest.
Yeah.
And still, like, it's constant profits,
yeah,
which is just a bit mad.
But
Even
just
on
the
Nike.
demand for dunks is insane.
it's weird.
isn't
They're
it?
literally unbreakable.
I don't get how, though.
I think with the pandas as well. How many times have they released them? At least getting on like at least 13 times.
I feel like
now.
something with the dunks is like the quality on them's not insane, and the retail, it
It's a
is,
good
but they
silhouette, I
crease
think.
so easy. So people it's like £100 in it. So it's
Yeah,
just
man,
like
fucked. Yeah, right. This is because Tom swaps his dunks to ride my dunks on the motorbike, mate. He's like, "Fucking me," and they come back and there's
I
a big fat
didn't
black mouth and a
realize.
gear
I didn't
changer.
realize they were just there at the door.
That
So it's
motorbike
just
does look sick. It looks sick.
I'm gonna get
come
it.
round, have a ride.
Yeah,
You probably got about a week to do it. Phone me about.
I know. I've come round.
Oh yeah, you moved house, haven't you?
I know.
Moving into the city life.
I think that'd be better for you to be
I
honest.
know. Yeah.
No,
That'd be way better.
do a few in-store drops and that.
Yeah. It's just the
Might go
in-store
back to
drops, mate.
camping days. See me outside
Camping
size.
Wow. Fair enough. Oh yes, Will. Thank you. Anyway, so ping dunks. That's mad. To be fair, do you sell a lot on eBay? Authentication thing.
I think on eBay I do mainly sell. It's mainly sneakers for me on eBay.
Yeah.
I have sold a couple of vinyls actually. Do you know the Dave vinyls that I got like a year ago? I held them. Been selling them for like £30 profit.
We've actually brought I don't know if you might have been in Push Stormzy vinyls.
I think the Man and Wheels, mate, they're absolutely fucking.
They're still
bricks,
here, aren't
mate.
they?
They're
Literally
absolutely
brought them the other day.
fucking bricks, mate. I can't even remember where they came from. I don't know why
It was
we
like a
bought
vinyl
them.
store, wasn't it?
At one point, we just buy anything.
Vinyls, no, at one point it was just like buy anything but in massive bulk. That's what it was like at one point. Banksy books, like these Banksy
Oh
books.
my
I probably
God.
have about 30 at home. I told my brother to buy like 20. He still got like 20.
So what happened was with these Banksy books. Was this in CCN or was this in like?
I feel like it might have.
It
not
was
gone
kind
to
of before
CCN.
CCN. So basically, there was like these first edition Banksy books, which was there's the first edition and the second edition did really well, didn't they? The first edition's out there. I don't even. Did
I've
you check the prices
still got a
recently?
few first
I've got
editions.
loads of first editions, mate.
And
Sat
then-
in the room doing nothing.
They brought out like first edition, then it was red edition, then it was like there was all these editions. It was just the same book with different cover. It was just the exact same book, different cover, and they were just getting worse and worse and worse. And then there was the black edition. The black edition didn't do too bad, did it? That was actually in a
bricked
hard
as well.
case, though.
No, that one got posted
Eventually
in
it
CCN.
bricked,
I didn't
yeah,
think
but-
it did brick.
Yeah.
They're probably stonking right now. But I got my brother to buy them as well. But that's you got to be. That's what people. You know, we got this risk-free guarantee, and if it's not risk-free, we'll tell you it's not risk-free, so don't buy it. But you know, every now and again, a brick is expected. To be honest, I think it's just part of the game.
Yeah. On topic of books though as well, that Daytona book.
Oh,
That
one
is
don't.
making a killing, mate.
Well, I got
Absolute
3 actually.
killing.
It dropped at like midnight, didn't it? I got
Yeah.
3. Was actually in the car with Max, Will Smith, and Jude was there. Them men weren't buying them. I was like, Bosh, buy these. What you doing? Keep buying these. Yeah. So I kept buying them. What else I get? I got something on the same order.
Oh,
as well.
the SP3.
Yeah, I got the actual Monza SP3 as well, but they cancelled 2 of my orders. Luckily, with that as well, that kind of ended up reselling at the end, didn't it, for a little bit. The Monza SP3.
I'll have to check it.
But I don't think it is anymore. But the book's going for like £200 now.
Yeah.
Retail's like 60 or 70.
The book's gonna go for
£69.99, I think it were.
I think the book's going to go for insane money because there's only 6,000 of them. Yeah. And I can't actually remember the last time Lego did like a limited Lego thing. Never limited edition stuff.
They discontinue stuff, but to an actual, it's a numbered run. My book's numbered.
Yeah.
So it's like 4,000 and summer.
I won't be surprised if they go for like fucking £600 someday, mate.
It's cool. It's so cool. I was going to keep one, and actually like open it. I wanted to see what it was actually like, but they've cancelled my orders now, so I've only got the one. Debating whether to resell it or keep it right now. Yeah, so if you forget about it for another week, it'll stay with me till like 2 years.
I do think it is a big flip already, but if you hold it, you're going to make an absolute fortune on it.
Bags.
There was I did see quite a few people on Success, the chat. They were selling.
Success was heavy.
Yeah,
heavy. All you need to be was at midnight, and we said it was going to be at midnight.
It was an absolute cookout.
Easy cookout. They sat for that. People were actually crying. In the chats.
Saying everything is going to break.
Yeah, because it didn't sell out instantly. He sold out after like, 20 minutes, 25 minutes? But that's how slow it is, 25 minutes.
Well, there was a little way to get around it though, wasn't there? Like, once you click the link, you get put in a queue. But I think Alex pinged it out for you. Yeah, like, download the app called Brave or something. It just bypasses the queue.
Mad.
You can just check out straight away.
Brave browser?
Yeah.
Mad. That's probably a good jig on a lot of websites like now.
Yeah.
People, download Brave browser.
No,
I think it's like a really privacy one in it. I think that's what it is. I think it's a privacy-based one, but that's mad. Yeah, but yeah,
that's one thing. Like literally, 25 minutes is sat in stock. I know Alex had to literally put a statement out saying like, "Stop worrying." Then they eventually sold out, and everyone calmed down.
Yeah, and even then, the price is like you got to imagine though. It's like supply and demand thing. If everybody's listing loads, obviously people are going to put the price, and especially like beginners in CCN and stuff like that. You know, at the end of the day, you can expect people to just list it at like the market price, and you know, people obviously brick it and stuff like that. And there's obviously other things out there. But you know, just doing the stock now for anybody who's holding that shit. It's absolutely fine. You've done an absolute W. You still got one, haven't you?
Yeah, still got one. It's at my mum. It's just over there.
Thrustmaster wheels as well. You know.
Yeah.
See, these are.
I never copped one. Never copped one.
I had 2 and I returned them 2 weeks ago.
But that's what I mean.
Returned them to Amazon.
Yeah. So basically, so because F1 2022 is coming out, what I suspect happened is they made a shitload of them, and then they put them on Amazon for quite high, like $329.99. So we did the monitor caught them in CCM, pinged them out to everyone. So we all bought them. The prices were like $360, $370. And then for like 2-3 weeks, they was bricked. They was just at retail. Yeah. But obviously with Amazon, you've got amazing returns policies. It's all free and stuff like that. It's well easy to return it on Amazon. I love Amazon, mate. Honestly, Amazon restocks. Ever since you said it, lad, I feel you now, lad. It's literally Amazon restock. Thing in the world. Click, it opens directly the Amazon app. You just click slide to buy, and boom, you have to. You're in 10-second job, mate. It's literally a 10-second job. It's bonkers. But anyway, I held mine out. I have not shipped it off yet. I need to ship it off when I get home.
With Amazon though, with your returns, as soon as you scan it for the return, they send you payout. Like they send the refund.
It's insane.
Mad.
So
as soon as it lands back, it's so easy to return as well.
So as soon as they scan it, like the post office, to say it's coming back, they send your thingy, they send your refund, like as in pending in your bank, and as soon as it lands there, it lands in your bank.
So I've actually the last stuff I've returned, I've actually picked it up from the house. Literally just like they come and pick it up, just like an Amazon delivery. Yeah, just the opposite way around. You just handing them something. Yeah. It's that easy, like it's so easy.
I want to check the eBay the selling price on the Thrustmaster wheels after this, but mine sold for £375, and I had it actually listed from when it was bricked. I just listed it up, and I was like, you know what, don't care. I'm just gonna list it anyway, $375. So it's sold now, but you know, I wish I'd have bloody listed it for more, to be honest. And then I realised, you know, because I didn't get any interest, and then out of nowhere, I had like 4 messages in a day, and I was like, surely people be picking up now. And I didn't even check the store listings then. Literally, I was meant to send some guys some photos, and then some other guy just bought it, and I was like, well.
So selling for $350, $360 on eBay right now.
What are they retail?
Yeah. So it varies.
It varies on Amazon.
Yeah. We've had them for dropping for $280 on Amazon, stuff like that.
You can pick them up for that.
Yeah, one time they dropped for like 200 quid or something.
Really?
And the guy couldn't, basically, so what happened was, you know, the guy like, on Amazon, you can't cancel the orders. Like, if you're an Amazon seller, you're not supposed to cancel people's orders because it's bad service.
Was that a price error or something?
Yeah, I think it was a price error. I think he listed them too low.
He did.
And then, because he actually did email people asking to cancel them, but obviously people are entitled not to. And it's Amazon at the end of the day, you know. If it's listed for that price, it's listed for that price. Yeah. So we just scooped them up, and we all bought them for like 200 quid, and there was loads of profit on them. Because even if they're going for like 350, It's £150 profit.
Yeah.
So it's lit.
That was just like a fully pricing error as well that also counted for your profit, which is mad.
There's been quite a few price errors recently, aren't there?
There's been a lot.
There was that one with the Dell mouses.
Dell mouses.
A
lot of them get cancelled.
They ended up getting cancelled, but if they landed, we're making a fortune.
That one was bonkers, lad.
I think I bought something like, I swear I bought like 40. Like
insane.
I bought 20 of each. There was the space mouse and the normal one. I bought like 20 of each, but they all got
How much was you buying for?
There was £6 each.
And they weren't meant to be like 100 and something pound.
Yeah, they was meant to be like, I swear, yeah.
They
They were selling for a little bit under retail, weren't they? But
Yeah.
you were picking them up so cheap it didn't even matter. You could literally just like.
But with things like that, you've
plug
got
'em.
to expect that the price is going to get bricked massively.
Yeah, so fast as well. Like everyone's taking delivery of these for like super cheap, so your margins are just insane.
It's insane. And it's like them toothbrush heads. That was another Amazon one as well.
I never got involved in that. I don't think I was in the
insane.
server then, actually.
Literally, we made thousands of pounds off toothbrush heads. Like, there was literally £25 toothbrush head packet. And you know what? I actually used to have this toothbrush. And it's literally the best toothbrush I have ever had, mate. I swear down. It's a Philips Sonicare. Honestly, mate, I recommend if you're looking for a new toothbrush bar, it's bloody not, mate. It
Dentist
absolutely
Milo, yeah.
freshens your teeth up, mate. It's like it's like an electric one, and mate, it's bonkers. It's so good. Your teeth feel so clean after it. But
Proper fresh.
these like heads that restocked, and they was like £2, and they was actually like £25 for the set. And Alex bought like 10 of them, I think, and he was selling them. He sold them all the other day. He listed them up. He was like, "I'm listing these toothbrush heads now. Do you want me to bring them in tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, bring them in." And then he was like, and then he brought them in. It's like, these have sold already overnight. I was like, insane. That's cash. But
That's a cracker.
£thousands profit off toothbrush heads. Thanks, Philips.
Do you remember
Cheers.
those, during lockdown, those optic weights? The actual the full
Yeah,
gym sets.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I made like £500 in at least like a day.
Mate,
Oh,
weights
Like
were
£500 in a day
silly.
over opti weights.
Silly.
Insane. Weights were insane. In the
Yeah.
thingy. They're quite heavy though. Bro, there's these
They were
ones
getting
on the
picked up every
Decathlon.
day though.
Yeah, there was these ones on the Decathlon, weren't there? What was the price? You know the price on these, Will? The Decathlon adjustable set. It was like a 32.
Is that the ones that you stick the
It
weights
was
on
like
the end?
it was like
adjustable
32.5.
pickups?
Yeah, 32.5. That adjustable set. Yeah.
They were
I
insane
swear there was like
profits.
£150, £200 profit.
Yeah.
Buy some weights for £250 and you sell them for £500. 32.5 kilogram adjustable weights, and they had like whole variation, didn't they? They had literally loads of them, and we were literally monitoring. Yeah, yeah, we were literally monitoring. We were literally monitoring like every weight on the Decathlon website in COVID. It was insane. COVID was honestly people.
I think it was one of the best things that happened with profit wise.
Oh, mate, it was insane.
It was
It
like,
was just
especially
like-
with gym equipment.
It was a free money glitch.
Yeah, it
COVID
literally
was just money.
But we got a thing before that. We've literally been reselling for like 3 years before that. And
Yeah.
there's never been a point where we've not been able to make money. And Will literally, and that's like how CCN even started and like the actual ethics behind it. Like Will was literally pro reseller, like making bank. And then, even like that, it's just about like finding these loopholes and stuff like that. And I recommend to anybody who's into reselling, you should be looking out there to increase your chances. At the end of the day, there's many other opportunities out there, and I guess it's just about how hungry you are and how much time you want to invest. If you're literally doing the maximum time on the CCN platform, look for other information out there. Why not? Look
On
for
that
your own
point
flips.
of like Will reselling, I definitely think like if you have a friend that's reselling also, you're almost like trying to challenge each other.
You're in
So, like,
competition. You're in
I remember
competition
back in
with
the
each
day,
other.
like I was literally like chasing Will as like a reseller. I'd just like try and beat him. It's like if he's not got it and I've got it, I'll be
Little friendly
buzzing. Like
competition.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was like likewise. Like you'd be dead jealous if I got something and you've not got it. Like it's just like, but that's dead good because you both remind each other of the drops.
Yeah.
And if you found a way around something, you just tell your mate like he's chilling.
I did that with my mate recently on the Panda Dunks in store. I messaged him. Do you remember when you messaged me about the ones being in Lee? I messaged him like, look, they got one pair left. Like, come down here and we'll cook out. And then we went into Wigan. Because he got on. His friend messaged him saying they've got Panda Dunks in Wigan, so we both went off to Wigan, cooked out that store, and then we
it's
came
definitely
home.
better.
And by the time I came home, I'd sold 2 pairs on the bus.
How much profit?
I think it was something like £90 profit per shoe.
You need to try and do it before you leave the store, Josh.
No, this is the game. Do it before I
Game,
leave
Josh.
the store.
If you do it, let me know. If you do it, let me know.
Yeah, we'll have a race. But yeah, I think reselling with your friends it's like, so if you've got a friend out there who who's also interested in making money, I reckon
just get 'em jump on
just
that.
like just get on CCM. Both of you get on CCM, mate, and start
It's
making
so
some
much
money
better.
together, and you can help each other and you can bounce off it, and make it more enjoyable, and that you can go places together, because there are a lot of in-store drops, there are a lot of things like that where you can go together and you can make it a bit more fun than like just going down on your own. You have a good time, and and I think that's a perfect way to even. It's a perfect platform for you to start a business as well. So
I think you can have a laugh with each other as well.
Yeah,
And
you
also
can.
you could also bounce off each other like a competition. Why saying, oh, I've made this much in this
Yeah,
month,
literally.
and then that motivates you to make more in the next month, and then you keep comparing, and then all of a sudden you're making absolute thousands like in a month.
It can also stress you out like mad. Like,
Yeah.
I know if I'm staying up till midnight and one of you's copped and I've not, I'm stressing out. Like, Jesus Christ,
No!
what's happening here?
It's the worst when you take an L, mate. But I suppose it's part of the game.
Yeah, it
Sometimes.
is.
I
You
can't.
go
I'm
again
trying to
harder
think
the
of some
next
stuff where I've took an L in that. Oh, I remember. So the first Yeezys I caught. So after Will getting me into reselling and stuff like that, it was at the 750 drop, and this is when we was using the Adidas backdoor, and I managed to cop at 16 years old these grey gums on the Adidas UK drop, and Will and Joe didn't manage to cop, and they was both like gutted. They was like,
no, like they were going for big profits.
Big
as well.
profits, but then they did manage to get a pair in US, so it all worked
I
out
didn't
well.
actually know the Adidas backdoor back then.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they was
With
trying to
Burst
figure out how
Secret.
I got them. Like, he was just like, oh, have you got it as well? But like, I remember the first time I ever used it was Adidas Belugas, and I was basically, someone commented on a Adidas on a Facebook thread, basically saying like, I'm doing checkouts for like 40 quid or something.
Yeah.
So I just messaged him. I was like, I take like as many slots as you can, like for 30 quid or something. I just like haggled him down. And he was just checking out these pairs, man. I was like, this is so free. Like, I know I've got an instant buyer for like loads more. So £30 is guaranteed. Like, and he was obviously just using the back door.
What was that one where you? It was on the other video, weren't it? Where you knew the puzzle before it actually got released
That
on the
was
splash
cash
page.
as
Oh,
well.
that's
Splash
Adidas.
page.
That was basically
Adidas
the OG
confirmed.
Adidas confirmed.
Yeah.
Was basically Adidas confirmed, but in store. So basically, what you did, like, you loaded up your app and it dropped at like, let's just say 4 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
So everyone sat there, and it was basically a capture, but their own kind of capture. So it was just like click the picture of the guy playing cricket.
Yeah.
So we know beforehand, like let's just say like 2-3 hours before, that it was gonna be
Like the top right. Or
a guy.
something.
No, not top right.
right.
You didn't know whereabouts it was. It was
Yeah.
just the guy with the cricket bat. So you could skip the question altogether and just look for the image of the guy with the cricket bat, tap it straight away, and you basically knew your chances were like 4 times higher or whatever. Fast, it's just eliminating the process of reading the thing.
I think that buys you so many seconds as well.
Yeah,
Just that so many
Literally
seconds
insane.
can cost you a
Insane.
checkout.
You could do 2 or 3 phones.
Yeah.
Because you just knew the picture. So you just do one, drop it, and go for the other. Like, you knew this one was almost like definitely going through.
Yeah.
That was a mad one. As
Yeah,
well.
that was a mad
You
one.
had to spoof your location as well, didn't you? Because you had
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
like.
yeah.
So basically, how they had it was they had like an area around like each city, so you had to be like within a certain radius of London to get it. So obviously, us being in Manchester, we couldn't get it, but it was like
You just use Xcode and
you
just
could like
spoof
you could
thing.
like spoof the app and like get yourself into London and cop.
Yeah, it
but
was dead easy.
it was so mad back then. There was a lot of loops that were like unclosed, but I think it was because people didn't really. I think it's because now there's a lot of bots, and like the bots, every botter out there is like scanning the website. Like the old Adidas confirmed backdoor, mate, would have been found in a fucking split second. And if like you could have, if someone had like leveraged that against bot, and they did Splash Force by I1, he basically leveraged that at the start, and it was an insane cookout for him. But it's just a mad one, really. But yeah, insane.
What was the what's the best churner you've had?
money?
What it was? Yeah, product wise.
Throughout time of reselling.
Yeah, ever.
Hot
good
tubs
question.
were mad.
I
Hot
never got
tubs,
involved either.
Consistency, I'd definitely say Yeezys over the day.
yeah,
like,
they gotta be.
Yeezys.
Yeah,
I
you
think I
got-
copped
yeah.
every single Yeezy from Beluga to probably, I can't remember the last. Probably Butters, I'd say. Probably the last Yeezy that I probably went hard on.
I think the first Yeezy I caught with the Ash Pearls.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, they're pretty recent.
I know, I don't think I ever copped them.
Even like blue tints and stuff like that. I can't remember how I got. I ended up getting like 12 pairs of blue tints. But
Yeah,
I
I
can't
got a
even
few
remember
blue
how.
tints as well.
They
It
dropped
actually came
another
up on
colourway as well, didn't they? At the same time. Oh, it was V2 Beluga at
Yeah,
the same
V2
time, I
Beluga.
believe. Oh, very close. Oh, this
a
is
good
another
one
mad
is
story.
Black Friday, the triple pack, the red. What was it? Red, copper, and something. Can't remember what the other one was.
I did another one as well. I pulled a U and I basically skipped college to bloody because like basically what was happening was I think they was restocking blue tints and Beluga V2s, right? Oh, this is a mad story. They was restocking like I think it was blue tints and Beluga V2s on Adidas website, and like people knew it was coming out, so but no one knew what time it was dropping. So the whole day I was like, fuck this, Mum, I'm not going into school. I'm fucking staying off. I'm going around to Will's next door. I'm just going sitting there all day waiting for this drop. And it didn't drop until like 6 o'clock at night, I don't think. And literally, as it started to drop, me and Tom, 5 minutes before, went to Mackey's at Stonecross. And then Will's like ringing us up. He's like, lad, they're dropping right now. Get back. And me and Tom were there, and he's like fucking 60 horsepower polo. Like, it was so
This
bad.
was only 59, mate.
Oh, 59. Jesus. And then we pulled back up at Will's, and So this was mad because this was way after the Adidas backdoor had been around, and for whatever reason the Adidas backdoor was working again, so we just ended up cooking it out. I think we got like 4 or 5 pairs each of like Beluga V2s. I think there was like £80 to £100 profit on them, but that was a mad one to be fair.
Is your mum that pest you, like not going in college, or
Oh yeah, she used to
absolutely rip you apart?
Yeah, she does pest. She used to pest a bit, bro. My college teachers. Honestly, I was so bait in college, like. Because towards the end of college, I was actually like coding monitors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, bro, but I was so bad that I wasn't actually working because my work ethic back then was fucking janked, mate. And you just gotta at some point in life, you just kind of got to decide whether you're gunning for it or not.
Yeah.
But my work ethic was janked, and I'd be like bunning off college, but not actually reselling, and I'm all like coding, and I'd be like, right, so like. Basically, Off-White website, they've implemented this new bot protection, and this is like to the head of year. I was like, they've implemented this new bot protection, and I need to go home to fix the monitor, and this is why I was off, and they're like, you've got to like prioritize like college, and I was like, but yeah, I had to fix the monitor, and at the end of the day, that's more important to me.
Yeah,
but it was bait.
I think my attendance at college is like 79% or something, because of the installs. Like
you actually skipped today, didn't you?
Yeah. No, well, to be honest,
find out.
He's not skipped to come on the podcast. He's skipped to make money.
You're getting excited.
I actually left my wallet in a pub last night. So
did you? You messaged me this morning.
I actually did because I went out with my family and I left my wallet. I've gone to find like my bus pass. It's just my wallet's just not there. I was like, oh, where the fuck's my wallet gone? Like, where's my wallet?
Sorry, tell the teacher.
You know, they've not rang home or anything yet. So I mean, I'm not in trouble at this point.
Yeah,
you must know you're just out reselling.
Yeah. This is a story. Aldi Corgis.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on Corgis.
So I sold one to my IT teacher.
No,
for his daughter.
really?
Yeah. So he found out that I was a reseller, and he was like, "Well, how are you doing on like the Aldi Corgis? Because I've heard like they're like massively in demand." I was like,
really?
mate, don't even get started. Like I was like, I took stock, and he was like, well, I want a corgi for my daughter. I was like, which one? So he told me which one, and he said, I'll pay you £15. Bear in mind the £3.99 each.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's what like more than 400% ROI on a corgi. And I sold it to him in lesson.
That's so funny. That's quality. That is actually quality.
Yeah, that's
to
quality.
Be fair. That's cash.
Reselling to the teachers.
Yeah.
Them corgis were mad. The Queen's Jubilee was mad, to be fair. There was a lot of stuff. Do you know what, though? I think it just proves how highly demanded stuff is. I'm sure, when more events come up for the royal family and that, there'll be plenty of stuff to resell. And with them corgis, mate, I had 8 Kevins myself, and they all sold. And I had the shittest ones. Like, I didn't even have a Prince or a Queen Lizzie. I had, like, fucking Larry in a dress, mate. Like,
it was him in Great Britain outfit.
It's so bad.
They sold,
and they all
so
sold
quick.
for like I sold them from like a range. Sold them from like 8 to 12 quid. Because them ones were a bit lower price and stuff like that. But they was it was free, mate. They was free money.
I think I listed mine literally as soon as I got home. And
how many corgis did you actually manage to get? What did you get out of the Queen's Jubilee collection?
So I got 6 corgis. They only let me have 2 of each variation, so I had to go to a different Aldi. I had 2 Queens, 3 Prince Charles, and like 2 full Union Jack sets. And I think more than like 75% of them sold in like the hour.
The full sets were selling for.
Yeah. I think I
Did you
sold.
sell them in sets or did you sell them singles?
I sold them in sets. So like the actual royal family set. So it was like the Queen, Prince, and then the corgis. I think that was a total of literally like £15 to buy, and I think I sold it for 55.
Sick.
So it was
That's
Mad
pretty
shit like that. Resource.
I know, fucking Kevin, mate. Kevin's
I know,
popping.
Kevin's a
I was
dog,
just-
isn't
made
it?
so much
We
peace.
was debating whether they was going to brick, to be honest, when they were coming out. I was speaking to the flip side about it, and we was like, Kevin's in the past, he's been a bit rocky. Other times they've stonked and that, but then they was like,
He's hit the news a few times, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they all sold
The
out on
big
first day.
Kevin's, the
Yeah,
large
literally sold out
Kevin's.
Was that
on
on?
the
Was that on
Yeah.
the online exclusive thing?
Even on the online exclusive and that, they just all sold out in the first bloody day, mate.
Yeah.
Like, everything's sold out. It's mad. Yeah. Cheers, Kev.
Cheers, Kev Dog.
Making us peas.
I know. Anyway, I do think that concludes this episode of the Crep Chief podcast. Thank you, Josh, for coming on, mate. This has
Yeah,
been a
thank
fire
you. I
one.
really
you for
enjoyed that,
having me.
pal.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Been some good stories, and I love ones like this when we're just chatting about reselling and stuff like that. Bit less formal and stuff. But I think until next time, people, thank you for watching. Comment on this video if you've got any ideas, any guests you want on, or if you're a CCM member and you want to talk about reselling, you want to tell us about your wonderful stories, just like Josh over here, let us know, open a ticket in CCN or DM us on Instagram or something like that, and we can get in touch and we can sort something out. But other than that, people, thank you for watching, and we will see you all very soon.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.